What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another exciting episode of Popping Through Culture. And I'm Chris.
And I'm Rico.
And we are
Popping Through Culture.
Oh, right. And Rico, we actually went to see another movie this weekend, and it wasn't trash.
No, it wasn't.
Unless you talk to any other creator.
Venom. It wasn't that guy. It wasn't Venom.
It wasn't Venom.
We are Venom.
We are Venom. Which was okay, too.
It was alright, but I just wish it didn't end like that.
Yeah.
Like, come on.
All right. Well, let's roll the credits and let's jump into...
Popping Through Culture.
Yeah.
Poppin' with the culture.
Pop it like it's hot.
Poppin' with the culture.
Pop it like it's hot. Take it to top until the top. Now you're ready to pop. Look up in the sky. It's a bird or a plane.
No!
It's Rico driving Chris insane. Talking about Spider-Man, Batman, Joker, Mary Jane. Keeping it real, Men of Steel with their comic book game.
Poppin' with the culture. Pop it like it's hot. Poppin' with the culture. Pop it like it's hot.
Keeping it real, Men of Steel with their comic book game. With their comic book game. With their comic book game.
All right, Rico. So what movie did we see this weekend?
Kraven the Hunter.
Kraven the Hunter. And there was not a single sign of...
Actually, there was nobody in the movie theater. First of all, let's start by that.
Oh, well, we went to go see a 10:30 showing.
Oh, no, Friday night.
It's still a 10:30 showing. And there was 5 other people there.
Whew. Yeah.
In the middle of Southwest Florida.
There was more employees there
Oh,
than
boy.
there was customers at a movie theater. We'll get to that in a little bit. But honestly, I want to start by rating this movie.
You want to start?
I'm so
How
excited.
are you flipping this?
Because, man.
All right. So you want to rate the movie right now?
Yep, 5.
Without explaining it.
Huh?
You gonna
5, yep. 5 out of 5.
5 out of 5?
Right?
No.
No?
That was aggressive. I would say a 4.
Dude, did you see? Wow.
I say a 4.
Kraven was aggressive.
Oh, he was aggressive.
Yeah.
Yes. Which I was actually one of the best part of the movie was the fact that you had action the whole time. It was not like Madam Web.
The whole time.
What do I do in my life? I don't know. Like,
Let's run to the woods.
Yeah, let's run to the woods and hold their hands and sing Kumbaya fucking ya. No, there was none of that. No, it was action packed the whole movie.
Whole time.
I would say maybe out of the 2 hours of the movie, the runtime, whatever it was, I think there was only maybe 15 minutes of...
I wouldn't even say that.
Okay, maybe 10.
Like...
Of non-action.
No.
When they're in the club, when they're chit-chatting, when he goes
The
to say
club
hi.
got shot up.
Before that, you had a little interlude. It wasn't
Every
continuous
scene
action.
had action in
Okay,
it, bro.
okay.
Come on.
So you're saying, scene.
Like-
If you want to talk about scene-wise, okay, yeah. So every scene,
Really? Like,
every scene had action.
how do you give it a 4? How do you not... all right.
You want to know why? Because there was no Spider-Man.
There was a... spoiler alert. Daily Bugle. There was a Daily Bugle magazine in the movie, and it had Spider-Man center mass right there. Yes. Because I even said, I was like, yo, Spider-Man, Daily Bugle. You were like, huh? What? You don't remember that moment?
Yeah, I remember that moment, but there was no Spider-Man swinging out. There was no swinging
No.
by. They're like,
No.
oh, I gotta hunt down. I go to hunt the spider,
You must hunt Spider-Man.
which is not his voice the whole time. It's just like goes back to American.
Yeah.
Like I want Kraven the Hunter.
But you would imagine a Englishman faking a Russian accent. Why do you sound American in a movie? Like, you know? But,
Exactly. They should have kept him because he has a Russian accent in the beginning. In the beginning of the movie, the first 5-10 minutes, he's in a heavy Russian accent.
Yeah.
Right? But Kraven's not from Russia, though.
yeah, he is.
Where is he from? Russia?
Yeah.
Okay. So.
But I can explain that.
Okay.
When he was younger, because, all right, just to let you guys, because we are bouncing all over the place. This is an origin story of Kraven the Hunter.
Kraven.
Like, it isn't, we're not jumping into Kraven already established. He is, we meet him as a kid. And then
No, you meet him.
No.
He's going into the prison. And
Yes.
then they call him the Hunter. Like, oh, the Hunter is mysterious. He's the boogeyman, right?
Yeah, Baba Yaga.
yeah.
Yeah, that's the boogeyman in Russia.
Right. Yeah. So he's the boogeyman, and then he calls himself Kraven. Mm-hmm. But he's never like, I'm Kraven the Hunter. Right?
No, he just was called the Hunter.
Yeah, calls the Hunter, or I call myself Kraven.
Yeah.
Sergey.
Sergey.
So, But he doesn't, I guess, assume the full comic base Kraven the Hunter, and he doesn't get the thing until like the last like 2 minutes.
But like what I was talking about is that movie jumps from the past to its present, not our present, as in the Spider-Verse or the universe of the MCU. We go back and forth to when he is a kid, and he was with his brother and his dad, Russell Crowe, in Africa, and when he met that big legendary lion, and then when we first really meet Calypso, as we meet them as kids. Or at least teenagers. Kids.
Teenagers.
And so we figure out how he gets his power. He basically got ravished by a lion. And Calypso was there on some safari hunt with her parents, because they were science researchers, and saw a kid laying on the side of the road, dumps a vial of whatever, they don't really talk about, potion.
Some magician mode.
Yeah.
Voodoo nonsense.
Some tumbleweeds and chewed up juice. Yeah, I don't know. And he basically, with the drop of a lion's blood.
Oh yes, the legendary lion.
And it kind of it almost was like a Spider-Man serum. And I wouldn't say that as in stick to wall, which I did want to ask you if you ever, or have you ever recalled in any Kraven comic book with him like running on walls, not really running on his hands and feet like a monkey, or gripping, like he looked like Beast half the time when he was doing his action poses or action scenes.
I think it's just because not like he's sticking to the wall. I think it's because when he's moving, he's using the force to push against the wall and then comes around. He never actually sticking to the wall.
No.
Like Spider-Man is like he sticks to the wall and he's hanging there. Like he's in fast motion. So it's like momentum. Up and around the wall. His momentum is pushing him around the wall, and then he pushes against the wall to hit the bad guy or whatever. Which brings me to my next point is, why do they keep making all the villains the good guys or anti-heroes and stuff like that?
I think it's a classic idea of every villain's a hero in his own story.
Yeah.
You know? Like, but I also enjoyed, that was just the origin. But to me, personally, Kraven isn't a bad guy. Like he's not a bank robber. He's not looking for world domination. He's not trying to kidnap for ransom or take over a town. You know, he's not doing that. He becomes a hunter to become the apex predator. So in the comic books, he came to New York because he heard of a spider-like person beating up all these villains, and he goes, "Oh, he is the apex predator of New York. I want to be that." So that's why he comes to New York. Same thing with Kraven the Hunter. No, that is Kraven the Hunter. Same thing with what was that lame ass movie that Sony did?
Man Web?
Not that one. The one before that one. Morpheus. Yes. Morbius. Same reason why he came there. And then I remember it was a moment where he became such a nuisance, the Punisher was after him. And then that's when I want to say the Punisher and somebody else, no, Spider-Man and Kraven teamed up, or one of the three teamed up to take out the Punisher, because the Punisher came to New York to take out Spider-Man, because that's back when Kingpin was the mayor of New York. So he hired him to get rid of all vigilantes. So yeah, long story short, I don't feel as though Kraven is he's an inconvenience. He is hunting down a hero that we know, you know, but according to, Jay, he is a menace of New York. So
it's a society.
You know?
He was drinking orange juice in the hood.
Right? So but then again, he's a Deadpool. He has good intentions, but he will kill to get it done.
Yeah. So anti-hero.
Anti-hero. Only thing that makes Kraven a villain is he was a part of Sinister Six.
Yes.
But I feel as though he was a part of them because he knew they were unnecessary kills.
So why doesn't he hunt them? Because they're villains. Because
he only wants to be the best hunter. He would take you out of your way.
Well, because in the movie, he's taking out quote-unquote bad guys.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. So in the movie, he's hunting out bad guys. So if that's the case, for that math would say he wouldn't be part of the Sinister Six. He would be taking them out. Same thing, he took out his own father.
Spoiler. Well, I don't remember the comic book origin of Kraven. I don't think there was one, like a in-depth one.
Yeah.
But I know that isn't it. That was made for movie. There were some certain things brung into the movie to keep it relevant and keep it a guideline. But that is not the ultimate origin of Kraven the Hunter. But
So, being part of the movies, there's been a lot of backlash on because the movie did so poorly. What is the reason why you think the movie did so poorly?
well, a lot of reasons, man. Like,
Was it part of like not being released a lot? Was it really released?
Well, it was only released to what 3,000 movie theaters in North America. That's including Canada, and the total combined. We did some research on this. The total combined movie theaters in North America, which is U.S. and Canada, is I want to say 42,000 movie theaters.
Wow.
So do the math.
It's like 7.8% of the movie theaters.
Bing! Look at that. You see that?
No one's talking about that. No one. That's quick math, guys. No one.
So I think that's the one reason. Second reason, track record of Sony. Track record of Sony.
They're like they kept getting burned. One movie after another.
Yeah.
We had Morbin Time. Mm-hmm. And then we had Madam Her.
We had that movie. Yeah. And it's
and then
just
the Venom movie is kind of like
it was
it was hit or miss.
But we liked it.
We liked it. I think I don't really remember 2, to be honest. Mm-hmm. 1 I remember, 2 and then 3 I enjoyed.
Yeah.
It's sad to like have him just go off. Like there's other storylines they could have went with, I think, to send him off onto his last dance.
Mm-hmm.
Dancing with
Dancing with the Stars.
Dancing with the Stars, right?
But like if you look at like Netflix, I remember Madam Web coming to Netflix and it was top 10 in Netflix.
I think it was because everyone wanted to see it, to see how terrible
how bad it was.
Yes. Kind of like when we went to go see it, we were like, how bad is it? And we saw it, and we were like,
it was that bad. It was worse than we thought. It was only worse than I thought.
Yeah, like
I didn't think it was going to be. I didn't think they would ever make anything that bad.
I'm like, I want a refund.
Like,
I feel like they should have really at least released like DC or WB should have released Batgirl. I feel like it's been better. That may have been better than what they did with Madam Web.
Yeah,
but I could be wrong. So, I mean, the clock's wrong. So
Well, one thing that I don't know if this is like I know they showed Kraven in the last Spider-Man movie because he came out in the clouds with Kraven the Hunter. There was Rhino, there was Scorpion, and I know Sony owned the Spider-Man universe.
Well, supposedly this is the last movie.
Yeah, and I wonder why. Did Disney buy them all out? Because I know in order for Sony to keep Spider-Man the rights.
Properties, yeah.
And everything that comes with it, like basically New York, whatever's in the Spider-Man villains and stuff, they needed to come out with a movie every 5 years. Mm-hmm. That was part of their contract. I wonder why. And I feel as though Kraven was a good enough movie to put Aaron Tyler.
Maybe it happens to be the fact that like it's like they're losing more money, but then again, this lot usually tax write-offs on this stuff.
Yeah,
these companies, there's like, even though they're losing, they're still winning. So I mean,
yeah,
it's like one of those too big to fail kind of situations. But as far as spending the money on it, maybe they realize like we're losing more money, or we're tarnishing the Sony name or our company by putting out nonsense rather than putting anything out that's has some substance. And so let's just sell it and then be done with it.
Yeah. But I think we overlooked Deadpool Wolverine as well, because that was all every character in that movie was a Sony owned character, outside of Wolverine. I mean, outside of Deadpool.
It would have been Fox. Fox owned them.
Fox owned X-Men.
Fox owned X-Men. That's what. Yeah, it was the Fox deal. It was
the X-Men was Fox.
Yep.
I don't remember that, but you're right. Yeah, you're right, because that big in the
Fox
the other world. Yeah,
they were like, oh,
it wasn't Sony.
Sony, it was Fox.
You're right. Deadpool,
they own X-Men.
So Disney is basically monopolizing the MCU.
Well, I wouldn't say monopolizing, as opposed to saying is they're the only one. They're the only company that's doing anything valid with it, or had some substance for up to a period in time. Mind you, they have gone down in the recent years. But then I think they're riding the ship right now as far as not putting, so many movies out at one time or so many shows at one time. They're like, let's get back to square one and make quality movies, quality storylines. So that way we're not putting the moviegoers into superhero fatigue.
Yeah.
So now it's like we saw Deadpool from the MCU. What was the last thing we saw from that? What was the last movie the MCU or Disney put out?
Oh, they were doing shows.
Yeah, they had a few shows, and then before that was the Marvels.
Yeah, the Marvels.
Yeah, the Marvels.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Marvels.
And then beginning of the next year, we got Captain America.
Yep, I'm excited.
Me
for
too.
that. I'm
Me
excited
too.
for that.
That's gonna be a really good one.
I'm working on that mask.
Yeah.
I'm debating the black or the blue or the white mask. The white one, I hate painting in white paint because it can run very easily. So you gotta be careful with that. Blue, it'll lay down nicely. But anyway, I digress. So what else do we know? Yeah. So as far you mentioned about like the Amazon subscriptions, it's way It's way cheaper to watch it or wait till it comes to your own home and stream it at home in the comfort of your own home. Not have to do anyone. You can pause it. You can go to the bathroom, do whatever you gotta do, and not pay the exorbitant amount of money for popcorn, drinks, snacks, right?
Like I did some of the math to go to the movie. The average person that goes to the movie costs them around $30 for ticket, popcorn, soda, and if you want a candy, it's going to be around $30.
That's crazy.
Every subscription you get from Netflix, Amazon, Max, Hulu, Disney, all of that stuff is anywhere between $14 a month to $6.99 and $25 a month, and that's all the time. And you get every movie that probably is ever made on that app,
except for Dogma.
So, pretty soon we will.
Soon.
I'm looking forward to that.
I got rid of
the
DVD. I'm so upset I got the DVD. Got rid of it.
You got rid of it?
When we moved, instead of my brain, I had a brain fart. Instead of like sticking them all in like a sleeve and just taking them all with me in one little pack, I had all the DVDs, the container, like the boxes and everything. So it was like one less thing I didn't want to take. So I just kind of like we sold them all.
You should have took Dogma.
I took some. There were some movies
I still have Dogma, which I'm happy that I still have. But yeah, like I'd rather like what movie? When did Joker come out? The movie, the second one, a month, 2 months ago.
Yeah, 2 months ago.
Already, yeah. Thursday just passed.
It's already on Max.
It's already on Max. Yeah. So anywhere between, depending on how bad the movie is,
it'll come out faster.
Yeah. So you got anywhere between 3 to I would say 9 months.
Not even. Like 3 and 6 months.
Yeah.
Yeah, they come out quick now. It's not like back in the day when it was waiting for VHS.
Yeah, I guess like a year.
Yeah, before it was like almost a year before it came out to home distribution.
Yeah, so
home box office.
Do you think we're gonna get Kraven on Disney Plus? The way we have Spider-Man and I think Venom as well.
I think because it's Sony, it might be on Max.
Well, what about Spider-Man? You got Peter Parker, Tom Holland.
It's on
Disney Plus.
Oh, so yeah, we'll probably get on Disney Plus.
I think there's Venom. I think.
Not to check.
I don't know, and I know there isn't Blade. At least I don't remember seeing Blade.
No, the original.
Yeah,
Marvel
that's
movie.
Fox.
Yes,
but there's X-Men, and that's Fox.
Yes,
but now Disney owns
all the properties. They don't own Fox. They own the properties.
So I'm assuming we're going to get Kraven sooner or later. Probably I would say in a year, Disney Plus is going to have Kraven.
Yeah, I'd say yeah.
Yeah,
within a year.
All right. Outside of that, the movie was a really good movie. I don't really have any complaints.
My complaint is don't listen to the naysayers.
Oh, I do have one complaint.
What?
I do have one complaint. We got Rhino. Classic looking Rhino too. Not not that Russian "I kill you, Spider-Man," not that by Peach. What's his name? From Amazing Spider-Man.
Yeah.
That
like Robo one.
Robo Man, yeah. Robo Rhino. Yeah. Oh my God.
That was terrible.
Horrible.
Yeah.
This time around, we got the real origin. That's exactly how Rhino became Rhino.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I missed that.
That's exactly how he became Rhino. He wasn't born like that. He wasn't wearing a suit. It was his skin. And he was...
I thought maybe it was from the animated series. I thought it was in a suit the whole time.
No, man. Oscorp hooked him up.
Even in the animated series?
Yep. Took shots. Yeah, he was a mobster or an enforcer. Yeah, he was an enforcer. And he had a girlfriend and everything. Mm-hmm. There was actually a side note. There was a comic book where Rhino was on top of the Brooklyn Bridge. And he was really upset. And then Spider-Man found out because there was a big helicopter. Breaking news, Rhino spotted. So he sprung into action, ready to jump on the Brooklyn Bridge to fight Rhino. And Rhino was sitting there crying. And Spider-Man, you know how he is, like, what's up, Rhino? Like, what's wrong with you?
Yeah.
I didn't know you could make a rock, something like that. Bring water from a rock, because he's all big and hard. And he goes, no, leave me alone, bonehead, or you dweeb, or something, you know, Rhino. Yeah. And Spider-Man was like, what's up? What's wrong? He goes, my girlfriend broke up with me. And he was going to jump and unalive himself.
Ooh.
Yeah, true story. Mm-hmm. This is a comic book. And basically, Rhino got talked off the bridge and to keep his life by Peter Parker. And after that, he actually helped him get down off the Brooklyn Bridge. And he kind of dapped it up, and he swung off. And Rhino walked the other direction.
Yeah, Spider-Man's like more often one of the heroes will more often not than to talk to you as opposed to throw the first punch. But like, whoa, do you want to do this? Let's not do this.
Yeah.
You know, like even in the movies, he's like, you don't really want to fight me. And he's like, oh, and he goofs off with them, and he's always joking with them. Mm-hmm. So that's the great part about Spider-Man is like, as opposed to like say Wolverine or you know say someone else, Cyclops would be like you know shoot an optic blast or hey bub I'm gonna slice you up. Like he's more often to talk to you or like joke around, but like what's going on? What's the real problem? Like you want to talk this out? And then he's like okay, and then more than likely they don't want to talk it out, and he's like all right, well fisticuffs time, let's go.
Yeah,
and he gets to show him the ropes or the webs.
So would you want to see if possible? Mm-hmm. If Disney was like, hey, let's take this character and bring it into the MCU, do you think it could fit in the MCU?
I think so, but again, I think if they adapted his Russian accent as opposed to having an American accent, because I want Kraven.
Yeah.
You know, and he's jacked. Don't get me wrong, like. I want to, like, filled in Kraven.
Yeah.
Like,
honestly, Russell Crowe would have probably played... he was better... He looked like comic book accurate Kraven. Russell Crowe did to me.
Now?
Well, he was big, burly. He had the same haircut. It was dark hair.
He's a little more round.
Well, yeah.
No.
But I think he can get into shape.
He's a little old.
I think so.
He's pushing 60s.
Is he really? Maximus?
Yes.
I didn't know that. Didn't know that.
Yeah, he's up there, buddy.
Wow.
Yeah, he ain't no...
he's not a gladiator
He ain't
anymore.
no spring chicken, that's for sure.
That's a bummer.
Yeah.
So what do you give Kraven the Hunter?
We said 4, you said 5.
Oh, yeah. I still give it a 5. You still give it a 4?
I still give it a 4.
On that note...
5 is like Endgame.
I wouldn't even give 5 Endgame a 5.
Get out of here. Anyway... All right, that's this episode for Popular Culture. And our episode talking about Kraven the Hunter from Sony Studios.
5-star Kraven.
5-star Kraven, this guy. Oh boy. Anyway, all right, guys. This is a conversation, guys. Make sure you guys are liking and subscribing down below, and let us know what you think about this movie. If you've seen it, if you haven't seen it, please let us know when you do go see it. We'd love to hear your thoughts on this and everything we've talked about during this episode. Again, I'm Chris.
And I'm Rico.
And we are
Popping Through Culture.
See you guys later.
Peace. Yeah. The talent. Mimi. All right, not there.